Tom Hauser here with another midweek blessing. Hey, I was remembering today when our kids were really little and we took them to the pool. And they were so little that they were in our arms, and we would walk down into the water and they would feel the water and just giggle and squeal and kick their legs and have a great time. They had no fear because they were in our arms and we had them secure. But then I was also remembering when they got older and it was time to do something a little more daring. I tried to get them to jump off the edge of the pool while I was in the pool. And I remember getting out of the pool and sitting next to them at the edge of the pool and explaining to them that it was fine, they could trust me, nothing bad would happen, it would be a lot of fun. And then I remember getting back in the pool and raising my arms up and encouraging them, jump, jump, it's going to be okay, trust me. I'm sure that they understood that my raised arms were a signal that I intended to catch them, and I'm sure that they realized that I could catch them. But I also remember seeing that look in their eyes that they didn't necessarily believe that I would catch them. They didn't trust me quite that much. The danger of jumping into the water apparently was bigger than the trust they had in the one who was going to catch them. Believe it or not, I was reminded of all this yesterday when I read John chapter 6, verse 29. This happened after Jesus fed thousands of people with a little bit of bread and a few fish. Afterwards, the crowd basically came to him and said, do it again. We want you to do it again. And show us how to do it. We want to do cool stuff like that. To which Jesus responded, this is the only work God wants you to do. Believe in the one he has sent. Believe in the one he has sent. That's all you need to do. He was essentially saying, forget about all that stuff. You're just looking for tasty treats and cool tricks. None of that stuff's really important. What's really important, the only thing you really need to do is believe in me. Believe in the one he sent. Just believe. Yep, that's all you need to do. And you remember John 3:16, right? The most famous verse in the scriptures. For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, so that anyone who believes in him would not perish but have everlasting life. Just believe, that's it. Yep, that's it. But there is one thing you should know. That English word believe may not mean what you think it means. In those two verses and in 97 other times in the book of John, that word believe means something very specific. It means to think to be true, and therefore to trust in, to put confidence in, to utterly, totally rely on. Believing in Jesus doesn't mean just intellectually believing that he was who he said he was. It doesn't mean agreeing that he could save us or would save us or did save us. It means believing to the point of trusting him with our entire life, trusting his outstretched arms. It means total surrender to the one who is trustworthy to accept that surrender. It means saying yes to him before we even know what we're saying yes to. Will Jesus carry us in his arms into the water? Well, of course he will. He's loving and gentle and kind. Will he sit next to us at the edge of the pool and explain things to us? Well, actually he did that for 33 years. But the Christian life isn't about either of those two things. The Christian life is about jumping in and trusting the one who will catch us. The Christian life is about hearing his call, seeing his uplifted arms, closing our eyes and just jumping in a leap of faith into his arms, trusting that the one who made us will also catch us and keep us safe. The Christian life is about jumping. It's how we find true life, everlasting life, real life. It was a great moment when my boys trusted me enough to jump off the edge of the pool into my arms. Their trust in me exceeded their fear of drowning. They didn't just believe I could catch them, they believed I would catch them. And thankfully, I did catch them. And once that first jump happened and everything was fine and they had so much fun, they did it over and over and over again. It opened up a whole new world of joy for them that they'd never experienced before. So if your Christian life seems less than it might be, not quite what you thought it would be, one possible reason is because you've never actually trusted Jesus with your life. Maybe you prayed a prayer, maybe you go to church, maybe you do the Christian things, but have you actually trusted him with your entire life? Really trusted him with your relationships and your job and your money and your time and your passions, your reputation. Most assuredly, he is calling you to do something. Jesus is calling you to do something, to take a leap of faith and trust him. If you're hesitant, I get that. I'm hesitant too. But I want you to trust me in something. If you will trust the one who made you and jump when he says to jump, you will find life that you never knew existed before. You will find a dangerous, thrilling, joy-filled life that you were meant to have all along. He's worthy of it. He's trustworthy. Jump into his arms and see what might happen. Till next time, friends. Peace.